Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another reading. Before we get into the reading, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So this reading is going to be on Kanye West, Cardi B, and Nicki Minaj. And then I'm going to do a mini reading on Drake and his love life. So the reason why I'm doing a reading on Kanye West and Cardi B is because they have a record coming out. Okay, so I just want to see how Kanye West feels about Cardi, vice versa. So let's start off with that. How does Kanye West feel about Cardi B? The female rapper Cardi B. Kanye West, how does he feel about the female rapper Cardi B? Kanye West, how does he feel about the female rapper Cardi B? Okay, so I will say this. The Queen of Cups is here. That talks about compassion. Okay, that talks about caring, positivity. So I do feel like he sees her in a positive light. Okay, he does understand why people gravitate towards Cardi B. He understands why people like her personality. The Queen of Cups kind of represents that. Somebody that has a nice personality to, others, okay? The Queen of Cups, that talks about how people view them as, compassionate, caring. But I will say this, in regards to their working relationship, I have the Hangman. And that just talks about stalemate. So that just means that they don't necessarily have a super personal relationship. It's definitely more business. And in that sense, the Ace of Wands is here in reverse. And that talks about distractions, delays, okay, frustrations. So I'm getting that Kanye West doesn't necessarily think that this collaboration is going to be beneficial for him. He knows that it could have some success, okay? Because, Cardi B does numbers. But I don't think he's excited about that collaboration, okay? I feel like, he thinks that she's a nice person. He knows that she has a fan base. But I'm not getting the energy of excitement or I really wanted to collaborate with her. Okay, but also you got to understand that Kanye West is from a different generation. Okay, so he's older and he might get excited about doing a collaboration with Stevie Wonder, okay, versus Cardi B. Okay, and the Empress card, that talks about beauty, so he does think that she's attractive. The Empress card, that talks about beauty, nurturing, caring, so he does find her attractive too. But I don't feel like he's super excited about this collaboration. And then the Five of Pentacles in reverse, that talks about a financial loss. So I'm also getting that he feels like this is more of a favor for, Cardi B. Okay. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because at the end of the day, Kanye West been in the game longer than Cardi. So you can understand why he might feel that way. Okay. But I do feel like he thinks that she's a nice person, and he is attracted to her. But nobody really cares about who Kanye West is really attracted to anyway, because, he's a hot mess. Let's see this. How does Kanye West feel about Nicki Minaj? How does Kanye West feel about Nicki Minaj? Kanye West. How does he feel about Nicki Minaj? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles that talks about hardworking, productivity. So he does feel like she's a hard worker. The Ten of Cups that talks about them having a closer relationship, which means that, he's known her for years. So that means that they might talk behind the scenes more often. Okay. We also have the Judgment card, and that talks about being critical. I feel like he's When it comes to music, he's harder on Nicki Minaj, okay, versus Cardi. The judgment card, that talks about being critical, nitpicking at things. So I feel like he is harder on Nicki Minaj as an artist. And then we also have the Page of Cups. That talks about them kind of having music just sitting in the stash. They do have collaborations that are just sitting in the stash that we may or may not hear. Okay? And then we also have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and that talks about misdirected activity. So the energy I'm kind of picking up on is that Kanye West knows some information that can kind of help Nicki Minaj, or I think he knows something that can kind of put Nicki Minaj in a better place in the industry, but he's kind of keeping his mouth closed. I feel like he knows some information. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse, that talks about misdirected activity, kind of sort of being sneaky, or watching and observing things, okay? And I remember when Kanye West was around Nicki during the hate train. But I also kind of feel like Kanye West always rides for the underdog. Like when he see people kind of ganging up on somebody, he kind of rallies around that person. Like he did the same thing with the baby. When nobody was effing with the baby, he started hanging out with the baby, did a song with the baby. It's the same thing with Nicki Minaj. He did a song with Nicki Minaj during the hate train. It got leaked, but he also styled her for that dip video she did with Tyga. So I feel like he likes to root for the underdog. But he is harder on her when it comes to, music. I think he expects more out of her. Let's see this. How does Cardi B feel about Kanye West? Cardi B, how does she feel about Kanye West? I just want to see that quickly, and then we're going to move on to Drake. Cardi B, how does she feel about Kanye West? Okay. The Six of Pentacles. She feels like that collaboration is going to make her a lot of money. The Six of Pentacles, this talks about wealth, finances. This also talks about seeing him as a businessman. Okay. And then the Three of Pentacles, that talks about working together. So they definitely will be working together. The Wheel of Fortune, that talks about having good luck. She kind of feels like, how he kind of feels about her getting away with stuff. I kind of feel like she feels the same thing about him. He's able to kind of get away with stuff and still be on top. I mean, he says slavery was a choice, okay? And nothing really happened to him. So the fact that he was saying, oh, I like Cardi B because she's able to kind of say whatever she wants without backlash. Well, yeah, you get backlash for saying stuff, but nothing really happens to your career, okay? So it's like vice versa. The Ten of Wands, that talks about burdens. I kind of feel like when I'm picking up this card, I'm getting the energy of, Cardi B kind of feels like she might have something to prove by collaborating with Kanye West. She may not be able to go bar for bar with him, okay? So she's thinking about that in the back of her mind, okay? People might be, tearing her verses apart. Okay, because she's collaborating with Kanye West, who's a legend. But then again, Kanye West's bars don't be hitting like that either. So I feel like even if her bars are mediocre on the record, I mean, Kanye West got like 12 writers on a song, and he really don't be saying anything. So I don't feel like she has much to really worry about. Okay, now let's move on to Drake. Will Drake find love or get married in the future? Drake. Will he find love or get married in the future? Aubrey Drake Graham. Will he find love or get married in the future? Aubrey Drake Graham. Okay, so I have the Five of Wands that talks about conflict. The Seven of Cups that talks about seeing multiple people. Okay, he's still gonna be, you know, seeing other women. I do feel like Drake might have commitment issues or struggle with being faithful to women. Okay, the Ace of Cups is here, and that talks about he will get into a new relationship. Okay, I do see him entering into a new relationship, but I also see him not being faithful in that relationship, because the Seven of Cups, that talks about opportunities, seeing other people, multiple relationships. We also have the Magician card in reverse, and that talks about Drake could be manipulative at times. Sometimes he uses his power for bad, okay? The Hermit card, that talks about withdrawal. So yes, I do see him entering into a new relationship or being with somebody, but I don't feel like that relationship is going to take him down the altar, okay? Because the energy I'm kind of picking up on is that he wants to have a fairy tale love life, but he struggles with being faithful, being with one person, because he's Drake. There's a lot of women coming after him, okay? And then the Five of Wands, that talks about conflict. So he's always going to have issues when it comes to being with one person, okay? So anyway, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and have an amazing day.